What does it mean to live a good life? What does it truly entail to lead a life that is not only successful, but also meaningful and morally sound? It's a question that has echoed through the ages, prompting countless individuals to embark on a quest for understanding and self-discovery. For centuries, humans have sought happiness and meaning, delving into the depths of philosophy, religion, and personal experience to uncover the secrets to a life well lived. This pursuit has spanned across cultures and generations, with each era offering its own unique perspectives and insights, often discovering that a truly good life involves how we treat others. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and extending compassion, empathy, and support to those around us. Acts of kindness, generosity, and service become integral components of a life that is both fulfilling and ethically grounded. Living ethically isn't about blindly following rules. It's not about adhering to a rigid set of commandments or societal expectations without question. It's about using reason and compassion to guide our choices. It requires us to engage our intellect, to critically evaluate different perspectives, and to make decisions that are aligned with our values and principles. Ethical living means acting with fairness, kindness, and respect for everyone. It means treating each individual with dignity regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. It's about fostering a culture of inclusivity, understanding, and mutual support. It's about thinking beyond our own needs, recognizing that we are all interconnected and that our actions have consequences that extend far beyond ourselves. And considering the well-being of our community, it involves actively participating in creating a society that is just, equitable, and sustainable for all. This is a daily practice, not a quest for perfection. It's about making conscious choices in our everyday lives, from the way we interact with others to the products we consume. We all make mistakes and face tough choices, moments where we may falter or struggle to do what is right. But what matters is our sincere effort to reflect and learn. It's about acknowledging our shortcomings, taking responsibility for our actions, and striving to do better in the future. Ethical living is about aligning our actions with our deepest values. It's about living with integrity, authenticity, and a commitment to upholding our principles in all aspects of our lives. It's a journey, not a destination. It's a continuous process of growth, learning, and self-improvement. Acting ethically connects us to something larger than ourselves. It allows us to contribute to a more just, compassionate, and sustainable world. It builds trust and helps communities flourish. When we act with integrity and compassion, we create a ripple effect of positivity that strengthens the bonds between individuals and fosters a sense of collective well-being. The pursuit of ethical living brings a unique satisfaction, a deep sense of inner peace and contentment that comes from knowing we are living in alignment with our values, knowing we're contributing positively to the world. It's about leaving a legacy of kindness, compassion, and positive change. This sense of purpose is a vital part of a fulfilling life. It gives us direction, motivation, and a reason to get out of bed each morning. Ethical living is about striving, learning, and growing every day. It's about embracing the journey of self-discovery and continuously seeking ways to become a better version of ourselves, for our own benefit and for the benefit of the world around us. People often use ethics and morality interchangeably, often assuming they are one and the same. This common conflation can lead to misunderstandings, especially when discussing complex issues related to right and wrong. But while they are related, there are important differences that are crucial to understand. Recognizing these nuances allows for more informed and thoughtful decision-making in both personal and professional contexts. Morality refers to the personal beliefs and practices about right and wrong, the internal compass that guides our individual conduct. It's about what we, as individuals, deem acceptable or unacceptable. These beliefs are often shaped by upbringing, the values instilled in us from a young age by our families and immediate environment. Culture or religion also plays a significant role in shaping our moral compass, influencing our understanding of what is considered good or bad within a broader social context. It's the code we try to live by, the principles that dictate our behavior and inform our choices in everyday situations. This includes fundamental beliefs like believing it's wrong to lie or steal, principles that are often considered universal, moral truths. Ethics, on the other hand, delves deeper into the reasoning behind these beliefs. It is the systematic study of these beliefs, a rigorous examination of the principles that underpin our moral judgments. It asks the fundamental questions: why is something right or wrong? What makes an action morally justifiable? What principles should guide us in making ethical decisions, especially when faced with conflicting values or complex dilemmas? Ethics is the philosophical reflection on morality, a critical analysis of our moral intuitions and societal norms. It provides a framework for evaluating our moral codes, offering a structured approach to understanding and justifying our moral beliefs. Think of morality as the practice, the actual application of our beliefs in our daily lives, and ethics as the theory, the underlying principles and reasoning that inform and justify that practice. Ethics helps us refine our moral understanding, allowing us to critically examine our beliefs and identify potential inconsistencies or biases. It challenges our assumptions, pushing us to question the reasons behind our moral judgments and consider alternative perspectives. It encourages us to be consistent and thoughtful in our reasoning, ensuring that our moral decisions are based on sound principles and logical arguments. Sometimes, ethical reflection leads us to reconsider, to reevaluate our deeply held convictions in light of new information or perspectives. This process might even lead us to question beliefs we once took for granted, prompting a shift in our moral compass. Our moral intuitions and societal norms, while important, are not always sufficient for navigating complex ethical dilemmas. They serve as the starting points for ethical inquiry, the initial framework upon which we build our understanding of right and wrong. Ethics provides tools, analytical frameworks, and critical thinking skills for deeper, more reasoned living, enabling us to make more informed and ethically sound decisions. By understanding both morality and ethics, by recognizing their distinct roles and interconnectedness, we can make better choices, navigate complex situations with greater confidence, and live more ethically fulfilling lives. Ethics and morality work together, forming a comprehensive framework for ethical decision-making and responsible behavior. They shape our actions, guiding us towards choices that are not only personally satisfying but also contribute to the greater good. This distinction helps us navigate, providing a clearer understanding of the principles and values that should guide our actions. Ultimately, this understanding allows us to approach complex social issues with clarity, fostering a more just and equitable society for all. Where do our ethical beliefs come from? Are they innate or shaped by our environment? Many believe we're born with a basic sense of fairness and empathy, an evolutionary trait for group living. Our life experiences, relationships, and challenges further shape our values. But our ethics aren't fully formed at birth. They develop over time. Critical reflection is key. Questioning and choosing which values to accept makes them truly our own. We internalize, assess, and sometimes revise the rules we're taught. Our ethical identity is both discovered within and constructed by us. It's the act of choosing our principles after careful thought that defines our personal ethics. Ultimately, our ethics become authentic when we actively engage with them. We don't develop our ethics in isolation. Ethical understanding isn't something we conjure up on our own. It's a tapestry woven from countless threads, each representing an interaction, a lesson, an observation. From birth, we're shaped by family, culture, and community. These are the primary forces that mold our initial understanding of right and wrong, good and bad. They provide the very first ethical frameworks we use to navigate the world. Parents and caregivers model right and wrong, often without even realizing it. Their actions, reactions, and the values they explicitly teach become the building blocks of our conscience, forming our moral foundation. These early lessons are deeply ingrained, shaping our initial responses to ethical dilemmas and influencing our later decisions. Schools, religious institutions, and media. These are the next layers of influence, expanding our ethical horizons and introducing new perspectives. Reinforce or challenge these early lessons. They present us with different viewpoints, ethical codes, and narratives that can either solidify our existing beliefs or prompt us to question them. Laws and traditions, the formal and informal rules of society, provide a broader context for our ethical development. They define the boundaries of acceptable behavior and offer a framework for resolving conflicts and maintaining social order. Stories and rituals passed down through generations transmit shared values and collective identity. They connect us to the past, reinforce our sense of belonging, and provide moral guidance through narratives and symbolic acts. Peer and community expectations, the unspoken rules of social interaction, can strongly influence our behavior, sometimes pushing us to act in ways that align with group norms, even if they conflict with our personal values. However, inherited ethics aren't always just or universal. What is considered ethical in one culture or community may be deemed unethical in another. Societal norms can be flawed or discriminatory, reflecting biases and power imbalances that perpetuate injustice. That's why critical thinking is essential. It's the tool we use to dissect and analyze the ethical messages we receive. We must evaluate the messages we receive, questioning their underlying assumptions and potential consequences. We need to ask if these values align with reason, with logic and evidence and human dignity. Do they promote fairness, equality, and respect for all individuals? Learning from others is vital, gaining insights from diverse perspectives and experiences, but so is the courage to question and, if needed, diverge, to stand up for what we believe is right, even when it's unpopular. True ethical growth balances tradition, the wisdom and values passed down through generations, with independent thought, our own capacity for critical analysis and moral reasoning, allowing us to forge our own ethical path. Can people be ethical without religion? Absolutely. While religious teachings offer moral guidance, secular ethics draws on reason, empathy, and concern for human well-being. Philosophers have long argued that right and wrong can be understood through rational thought and shared humanity. Principles like the Golden Rule and justice are found in both religious and secular traditions. Social contract theories show that moral rules can arise from mutual benefit, not just divine command. Ultimately, ethical living is possible for everyone, religious or not, because empathy, logic, and a desire for well-being are universal. The aspiration to do good transcends any single belief system. Integrity is often seen as the core of ethical character. It means your actions consistently match your values and beliefs. Integrity is more than honesty, it's living in truth, not just telling it. A person of integrity acts fairly and honestly, even when no one is watching. It's about having a coherent moral identity and not abandoning principles under pressure. Integrity requires ongoing self-awareness and moral courage. It's an active commitment to align actions with values even when it's hard. This consistency builds trust and reliability. Integrity isn't passive, it's a lifelong process of self-examination. It means your principles aren't for sale. Cultivating integrity is foundational to all other virtues. It's the bedrock of an ethical life. How do we know if we're living with integrity? It's revealed in our daily choices. Integrity shows in small acts. Keeping promises, owning mistakes, resisting gossip. These habits build trust and moral consistency. Larger decisions test our commitment. Do we act fairly at work? Speak up against injustice? Regular self-reflection is essential. Do our actions align with our values? Honest self-appraisal helps us grow and identify where we fall short. Integrity is a pattern, not a single act. Developing our ethical selves is a lifelong journey, not a one-time achievement. The world changes, and so must our understanding. We need to stay open to new insights and be willing to re-examine our beliefs. Learning from others, especially those with different views, sharpens our reasoning. Reading, dialogue, and facing dilemmas deepen our ethical awareness. Difficult choices clarify our values and strengthen character. Struggling with ethical questions is not a weakness, it's a sign of growth. Revising our views when presented with better arguments is a strength. Ongoing reflection and dialogue are vital for a vibrant moral life. This commitment to improvement is itself a virtue. Ethical living is about continuous engagement and learning. We've explored what it means to live ethically, the nature of morality, and the sources of our values. Living ethically is about conscious choices, big and small, that reflect kindness, fairness, and honesty. It's not about rigid rules, but about cultivating an inner compass. Reflect on your own principles. What do you value? How do your actions reflect your aspirations? This isn't about judgment, but about self-awareness and intentionality. Ethical living enriches our lives and those around us. It brings integrity, purpose, and connection. The path isn't always easy, but striving for what's right is a journey worth taking. Each step builds a more just, compassionate world. Ethical living is a deeply human pursuit that leads to true fulfillment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications.